Hey everybody, Josh from CollectionDX.com here with another review. This is the Soul of Chogokin GX66 Tryder G7. It's been out for a little while, but I'm just getting around to it now. I kind of took a hiatus on some of the more recent higher end SoCs just because they were tiring, I guess. They seemed very samey, the Diatarn and the like you put like Diaton and Zanbot and things like that, and Dioja, and I don't know. I wasn't too interested in them, although they were fine pieces. Don't get me wrong, but I needed a break from them. But I'm back now with Tryder G7, who is and actually a 1980s super robot. He aired in 1980 to 1981. Right after the original Gundam series did, with designs by Kunio Okawara, who did work for Gundam. So you kind of got a double shot if you were watching TV back then. So Sunrise had a lot going on. So this is going to be a multi-part review that I'll go over the core figure and weapons, then I'll go over the 7-part transformation, and then I'll go through the combined unit. Sound good? Alright, let's just jump right into it then. Tryder is a Chogokin, and so he is really heavy, very nicely weighted piece. Has a very good solid feel in it. Not fidgety at all. It just feels really good. It's kind of amazing that it does so much and holds together pretty cohesively as a toy. No screw holes, which is nice. You do see little seam lines between the combining panels. These wings need to be added out of the box, but they're pretty sturdy and plastic. So for articulation, we have the head. We have a very subtle detent in there, but it's nice as you can come out as well. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, double ball joint wrist. Individually jointed fingers and thumb are up top. There are variant hands, and it does cheat a little bit, but I'll get into that in a little bit. There is no waist joint. In the legs, you have a nice joint there. You can see here it's another one of those really bare metal joints that kind of pulls out and allows you to have a good range of motion in there. The knee is great. Hear that clicky? That's nice. And actually, look at that. That's pretty rad. And then the ankle, it's attached on one side on the inside. Oh no, it is on both sides. Never mind. So you get and a little bit of rocking side to side. Nice detail on the bottom of the feet. So I do say that a lot, don't I? The first thing we're going to do, before we get into anything with the figure, is the accessories. There are a lot of them. And there is a wonderful stand. The reason I'm showing you this first is because once I take it apart, I am never putting it back together again. Because I don't display the stands. So this is for you. Just so you know that I am missing one sword. This was a sample from Bandai that was actually used to display the product at New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, etc. And somewhere in the process, the sword got lost, but it is what it is. Oh, I should also note this also comes courtesy of Bluefin Tamashii Nations, and Tryder is available wherever Bluefin products are sold, including but not limited to Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon.com, Toy Source, all kinds of great places like that. Just check out our advertisers on the webpage. So one thing that I think is neat to notice here on the stand is this sort of head mock-up. And why this is cool is because in the show, Tryder, his head sort of stuck out of a playground. And, there'd be slides and things like that. Kids would run around. And then there'd be a notice like, Tryder's going to launch. All kids get back behind the line. And, this would happen. And Tryder would the whole body would come out through the base. But I think it's nice that they incorporated this feature in the display base, which is kind of cool. And I wanted to start with this because in here is a lot of the little accessory parts, including these variant hand pieces. You may remember this from Combattler V had this. I think Voltus might have had it as well. Where you have a hand and you can add, you know, the more accurate fists to the little plug-ins. So yes, this set does do that, and the way that works is pretty simply put your thumb down, the hand in, push it in, and then you can just snap that panel in there however you can get it to go. There we go. Now you have a more accurate fist. The downside of this is to get the other hand back out, you need to open the little door here, like so, and then use a special Tomashi chisel to get in here and force the hand out again. So, I mean, not terrible, but, you know, I bemoan the lack of just give me one set of hands and leave it alone. Alright, so let's go through some of these weapons so you can see what they are and what they do. The first weapon I'm going to show you is the Tryder beam cannon. This is essentially a pistol that fits in the articulated hands. There's not really much to it. The fingers are nice, but you can actually attach this to there, and you can wear it on his hip. This next weapon here is called the Tryder Lure. And before I go any further, I want to apologize. I just realized that my autofocus was on. So all that ticky stuff you heard in the video, my bad. I just turned it off. The downside is sometimes I might be out of focus. So the Tryder Lure is called the Tryder Lure because it's a fishing rod. And it's even got a little cookie reel on it. So the idea behind this is that it would launch an assorted things. It doesn't actually launch anything, but you get some attachments that we can look at. For example, so you have the stationary rod, but you can also attach the line to the end of the rod. So we take that off, we add this in, and then we add this piece in. So essentially, he's going fishing for giant robots. You can also put the yo-yo blades at the end by taking this piece off the bottom and adding these to either end. So, yo-yo of death. Here we have the Tryder Saber. Now, what's interesting about the Saber is that you can actually store it in the leg compartment. It's just the handle that comes out, and the hilts come out like so. And you just attach the blade on your own. The blade can be held in one or both hands, and like I said, the set comes with 2 blades. I only have one. Poor me. Also stored in the leg is the Tryder Javelin, the handle of it anyways. You know, obviously this is a little anime magic, but they made it so you could store it in there and take it out. We'll show you more on this in a second, but just worth knowing that both of these leg panels do open, and having not seen the show, I don't know, maybe one's stored in one stored in the other. I don't know. But with the Javelin, you just remove that, put that in there, and this in there. And what's nice, it's geared, which is cool. Tryder with his Javelin looks very great. It's like a trident for a Tryder, I guess. It's nice as you can, hold it with both hands if you want. It is beautiful. Look at that wonderful thing. Tryder. So far, excellent, excellent. This weapon, of course, is called the Tryder chain, if I am naming them correctly. These look suspiciously a lot like claw machine things. And nicely enough, each of these opens up, and you know, perhaps you can drop it down and win that stuffed animal for your girlfriend or whatever. But it's a real metal chain, nicely detailed little spiky things. Very cool. Wear it as jewelry, whatever you want. That's up to you. I won't judge. To use the Tryder cutters, you use the open hands. These little pegs that you just add in there, and then you can just add them to the pegs, like so. They stay on pretty nicely. But another thing you can do, and I showed this feature a bit earlier with the gun. Where is the gun? Here it is. So you get these little microscopic connectors, and if you wanted to, you could click them in here, and he can hang them on his hips, like so. Very nicely done, Bandai. Very nicely done. So I think that's it for weaponry. If I forgot something, I'm sure the comment section will tell me. Tryder does have more weapons in the show. He has like a giant bird flame, which I'm really kind of disappointed didn't come with it. He fires missiles out of his fingertips and things like that. But I'm just showing you really the different accessories. Stay tuned for the next video, in which we will go through all 7 modes. This is Josh from CollectionDX. See you next time.